Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Daltini95 coming with another Transformers video. This is going to be one that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, ever since I heard about the rumors about this. Well, here it is. Studio Series Gamer Edition 03 Optimus Prime. Based on one of, if not my favorite Transformers video game of all time. I love War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Both great. I hope we get a Fall of Cybertron style Prime to go along with this. But yeah, so here he is. Awesome art based on the game itself. I wish he was painted up and weathered like this, but hey, I might get a second one of these to, do some weathering myself, some dry brushing, make it look more accurate. There is that as well. For some reason it says big screen inspired. I think that's just a lingering thing because on the box for Megatron, which the packaging just leaked a couple days ago at the time of this recording, it does say video game inspired. So I think it's just one of those things that they just hadn't quite changed yet. It says here for the backdrop it is the K-On! Prison Break. He's got 22 steps. Of course, we'll talk about the weapons soon. Full art of Prime there with the D-pad and the up arrow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get them opened and check them out. I'm really excited to do that. So let's get on with it. And here we have Optimus out of his packaging. And I'll be honest, it's been a few days since I recorded the intro, but I figured give myself some time to get used to this figure, just check it out. That way this isn't just first impressions. And I've got to say, I really enjoy him. There is a few little things that kind of irritate me about him. I mean, first impressions and even during the news, the biggest announcements about this guy was the fact of how shallow these, or how hollow these shoulders are, and same with the hips, or the thighs. Another thing that kind of irritates me is, why is this completely hollow? You could have made this a flush surface with the details, or had it stick out a little bit more. I hope someone does some fillers for that, as well as the thighs and the shoulders. But that's kind of my biggest gripes here in robot mode. I mean, this is kind of annoying, because that would have looked a lot better. Maybe have this kind of swing back a little bit and fill out this back here. I don't know. I know some people are irritated that there's no big, like, Autobot symbol molded into the back, kind of like what we had with the original one, but at the same time, it kind of is what it is. Now, I can't find my original War for Cybertron Prime. I know it's in storage somewhere, but at this time, I cannot find it, so. But yeah, I mean, here he is, and real quick, here he is with another Cybertronian mode Prime, being the War for Cybertron Siege. And here he is next to Earthrise, as well as Legacy G2. So, yes, he is on the smaller side for a Voyager, but he does kind of make up for that with how just broad he is and how beefy this figure turned out. So real quick, go over some details. Of course, he's got that kind of Cybertronian, kind of Energon red, pinkish color going on with the... Trying to get this to cooperate. Just looks like my background is crooked. Either that or Prime himself is a little crooked. Anyway, so you got some of that Energon kind of pinkish, reddish orange going throughout. And so you got it here on the waist, on the abdomen, and through the rims. But we'll look at that in vehicle mode. I do wish he had a little bit picked out on his faceplate, because it was there as well. And that is a very nice looking head sculpt on him. Just focusing in on that. It's also got the silver there as well on the chest. Other paint is just silver on the shin guard, or the shin vents. Of course, the silver will be looking at in vehicle mode. Articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you do get quite a range out of that. Though, I mean, he's going to be looking at his shoulder in one eye on each side. Shoulder joints, speaking of which, rotate 360 and all the way out on hot rod joints. Like, you can get these all the way up, you can get them in decent poses, unlike the upcoming Rise of the Beast Voyager class Prime. That was revealed and went up for pre-order. You got bicep swivel. You got just a tiny bit over 90 at the elbow. You get a little bit more. Whoop. Well, saving that for later, but you do get more out of this elbow for the weapon. Wrists on both sides are on swivels. You get a waist swivel that gets you 360. Get all the way forward and then some. You get practically nothing back. I thought I'd get nothing back. That's weird that they didn't include any backward or, animation, so you can't really get them. I don't want to force it and break it. That sucks. You get all the way out at the hips. Get a thigh swivel. About 90 at the knee. You get ankle tilt just a little bit side to side. You do get a little bit down on the foot and nothing up. Yeah, pretty decently articulated except for the fact that his legs don't go back, or they don't bend back, so you can't get a good. Well, even this Prime didn't get much, but at least it was there. But you get, more than your share of forward leg movement. Now, as far as accessories goes, he does come with his Energon axe, which, you can have him hold it at a handle like that, or open this up, and you've got a full battle axe going on. Or you can even take it right here, put in each hand. And have him dual wield it. Or if you really want to, you can just give him the short handled axe. My biggest problem with the axe is the fact that they didn't do a very good job with the paint. It's nice, a nice shade of paint, but they could have done a bigger gradient, or had more shades, like have it go from here, a little bit of that orange to like a more just a darker blood orange shade. Like this looks like it was lightly dipped in butterscotch rather than Energon flowing through it. So I do hope we do get a new axe at some point, whether it be official or third-party means. I'll definitely get a third-party axe if that's what's going to happen. And give me just a moment here. I got something. I just noticed that the top of his axe is a blast effect port. How odd. Anyways, moving on to the real cool weapon is his ion blaster. Now, once again, this isn't black plastic. This is that weird gray, chocolate brown weapon, because seeing it here in the light, it is not black. I will show you a comparison with this one from render form. This is black. This is kind of like an off black, kind of brownish color, like a charcoal. So a little weird that they did that. Actually, before we get into that, there's one more little accessory. We'll go ahead and open up his chest. And there he has the Matrix, which he cannot hold because he doesn't have opening wrists like the Earth Rays, or like some of the other Voyages we've been getting recently. But you can give it to this one and he can hold it. I wonder if this one can fit in this chest. No. The peg seems to be a... They're similar size, but not enough to work. But I do get some of this same color plastic as the weapon and the tires. It's molded in light gray plastic, painted gold and blue. And it looks close enough to what it looked like in the game. But there you got that. So for him to use his ion blaster, you can see there is no 5mm peg for him to hold on to it or undersling it. Much like the video game, you can, well, not much like, but in lieu of the video game, you can actually take up the arm and replace it or transform it into his weapon. And I think the better call to make for this would have been a separate arm piece that has the upper forearm still a part of it, because this just looks, it just doesn't look quite right. Like if there was some semblance of the arm there to where you could still see it like that, I think that would have been the better way to go. Is like have a separate arm piece that slid on along with this to function with the weapon. But I'm not a toy designer, so what do I know? Anyways, it is blast effect compatible, so you can have him blasting some Decepticons. Let's try to get a good POV here. There you go. There's your kind of third-person shot there. And if anything, it'd probably be more like that. If I remember correctly, it's been so long since I played a game, and I have no access to it anymore. Because even though I own it, I do not have the system that is compatible with it, unfortunately. So, it is a shame. But yeah, you got that going on. And for hand storage, it literally, there's a post there and it plugs right where you plug a flight stand. So kind of unflattering. Have a big old fist like popping out. It's like he's pooping out a fist. Yeah, not great. Like, as much as I like this, there are some things that just royally irritate the hell out of me. But I still like it. Not as bad as one of the other ones in this lineup that we will get to after this. Now, I will say, he does look really good carrying a classic 5mm weapon. So, I might buy any one of the upgrades that change it from that to this. I do like integrated weapons, don't get me wrong. I just wish it was done better with this. It works fine on B and Barricade, but with Prime, with how beefy his arms are, they needed to do it slightly different, and I will say the same thing with Megatron after that reveal the other day. The Megatron just... okay, it's been 12 minutes if you include the intro, so let's get this guy to vehicle mode, and I can rant through that. So, for transformation, we will go ahead and just straighten out the arms. Go ahead and extend these pieces out. Then from here, okay, bring this down, rotate it around, rotate these sections up like that. Then this whole upper chest will rotate. It is on the sliding thing right here, like it's just this column and it's pinned in. So just bring it around until it clicks into place. Fold the head back. Bring down the roof hood section. I don't know what to call this. This will just plug in. Actually, plug it down to there. Just plug this all in. Plug that in right there. And then we'll rotate the waist. Bring up these panels here. That will allow you to fold the feet up. Bring these sections, actually don't do that yet. Bring the arms down. And you want the Autobot symbols facing the back of his thighs. I guess before that we should flip out the wheels. I'm sorry, this is all over the place. Back like that. And actually no, we do want the Autobot symbols pointing up. And then, actually, no, I was wrong. Oh boy, I'm all over the place. What is wrong with me? Okay, So yeah, just have the arms like that. Bring it around, back. And there's a tab here that'll go into a slot there on the wrist, on the gauntlet, I guess. Then these will each tab into a slot there on the legs when it was in robot mode. Just kind of plug it like that. There we go. Bring these panels together and they kind of interlock. So there is a keyed interlock and then just these two tabs that hook under each other. They'll fold up like that. Bring up these exhaust pipes. Fold that around. Tab that in. Fold around. Tab it all in. And there we have Optimus in his Cybertronian vehicle mode. And it's looking sharp. Like it's definitely like a battering ram on wheels. It's, yeah, definitely beefy. Like I said before, my camera fell over. It is definitely a battering ram on wheels. It rolls very well. I mean, not all the wheels connect, it seems. I mean, these ones are all running fine. But on a, you know, a little bit rougher of a surface, not quite so smooth like this, it should roll even better. Like if it's got just slight texture to it. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. One thing I don't like about everything is how the lining here lines up with the chest. I wish that was done a little bit better. Just kind of scooch that down a little bit, make it a little smaller. Either that or have the chest just pop up a little bit more. I don't know. But yeah, paint matches fairly well on here. It's kind of a little bleeding through on this side, a little bit better on this side. Get the silver rims with the red trim for the Energon. Now, they put blast effects on the weapon. I really wish they would have put blast effects on here, because in the game, while you're in this mode with the wheels all down, you would have flames coming out the back. Because this is the boost mode. I don't know why they didn't think about adding blast effects. Again, I'm not a toy designer, so but just from my own personal experience, I think that would have looked cooler with blast effects on there. So if anyone's watching that's a third party or whatever, I highly doubt you are, please remake these. Just add a 3mm, or is it 3mm? Just a blast effect port just on the ends of these, please, somebody. But yeah, that's my biggest gripe about this. So yeah, again, vehicle mode rolls fine. Weapon storage, you can plug right onto those two slots there. There are these two tabs. I believe that's fairly accurate to how it is in the game. Again, it's been a while since I've played it. Now, as far as the axe, you plug this all together. There are two little slots right here on the upper handle. Just undo, or I should just plug it in just as it is. There you go. Better yet, open up the blade of the axe if you want it to be somewhat more symmetrical. And there you go. Again, you've got two blast effect points. You got one on the axe, which is useless at this point, and there. So let me get one more version of Prime, or a couple versions of Prime into vehicle mode, and we'll continue the review from there. All right, and for comparison, here we have Siege Optimus Prime. So you can see this Voyager is just like massive compared to one of the previous ones. Let's go ahead and bring in Earthrise Prime here. Let's see that. And here is Laser Prime with toy hacks. I still need to get the toy hacks for this one. So yeah, you can see just how beefy of a truck this is for just, I mean, granted these are all Voyager class, you know, releases or size class, or sized figures, but just the chonk on this guy is incredible. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get into transformation back to robot mode. Again, it is fairly simple and intuitive. We want to go ahead and untab these sections here from the cab. I guess just the front end of the vehicle, because there's no real cab, it's just where the cab would be. Open up this. That will allow us to untab the arms. And let's get these legs split so we can flip in these wheels. Excuse that scratch, I caught it on door frame. There's a loose screw or something. Flip that down. That there. Flip that. Of course, flip those wheels in. So close that there and there. Up there. So now bring the arms up, out of the way. Rotate the waist. Go ahead and bring that camera up for you guys. Go ahead and split that. Allows that to come back. So from here we will tilt this whole section up. Rotate these forward. Slide in. Forward. Slide in. And there we have Optimus, for the most part. So we want to close that, or no, rotate, bring this up. I forgot we want to do that before sliding the arms in. There, close that up. Again, forgot. So that closes up. And so again, yeah, you have to have it down like that. Then close it up, because then it'll hug right around would be kind of the cockpit area. And there we have Optimus Prime back in robot mode. And as I said at the beginning, and I forgot to show it off earlier, he does come with a backdrop, that being the K-On prison break. So you can have him breaking out with Sideswipe, which, now having this particular backdrop makes me think we are going to get a deluxe class Sideswipe. It seems like we're going to get most of the characters from the first game at the very least, as well for the console release, as well as for the DS, because that's what we're at least being told with Cliffjumper, but it clearly has the Fall of Cybertron head. I think they're just alluding, or trying to indirectly say that we are having, or without telling us, they're telling, they're hinting at, Fall of Cybertron stuff happening, which I would greatly love to see a new Bruticus in this style. Have Onslaught as a Voyager, if not leader class sized figure with, the components to build up Bruticus. And, of course, deluxes for the rest. Personally, I would think Swindle and Brawl should be Voyagers, like smaller Voyagers compared to Onslaught. And then Vortex and Blastoff as deluxes, or even, just do them all Void. I don't know. Last time they did them all one size class, it kind of turned into what we had in 2013. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this Optimus Prime. I personally really enjoy how it turned out. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have Barricade and Bumblebee out soon, so keep an eye out for those. But yeah, if I had to give this figure a rating at all, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. There are a few things that I would change, like bringing these details closer, filling in all the gaps, and I'm considering getting a second one to weather. Just like go crazy with a black wash and then do some dry brushing to make him look scratched and worn down. Maybe get some gunmetal gray for this to make it pop a little more. And then of course I hope someone makes these parts with Blast Effect compatible ports. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Should be Barricade or Bumblebee, just depends on which order I want to do them. I know a couple of friends were having issues with Barricade, so I think I might go ahead and get him out first before Bumblebee. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you next time. Be sure to check out those links down in the description for my Instagram and Twitter page, as well as all the other links down there and my other playlists. So, catch you guys next time.